Here is Dionysus, followed by a small procession, some Maenads, a Silenus, and the god Pan. Turning the crater, Europa appears, raptured by Zeus under the guise of a white bull. It is the Asteas vase, symbolizing wine, symbolizing Europe, guarded for centuries by the Samnite land. The Sannio is my land, designed over the centuries by the hands of men who with skill and respect for nature have cultivated valleys and countryside, modeling an evocative, unique landscape. Always a meeting place between territories and civilizations, it is a land rich in history and traditions. Fascinating, luxuriant, where my roots are, where I breathe freely and walk happily, immersed in the vineyards that rise along the backs of the hills. My view enjoys the fertile hills that guard the flow of the waters of the river Calore and surround the territory enclosed between the ancient towns of Castelvenere, Guardia Sanframondi, Sant'Agata de Goti, Solopaca and Torrecuso, the enological heart of Campania Felix. The Sannio is a wonderful land, where children grow up having a dinosaur as a friend named Cheeto. I met him when the whole world was excited by discovery. Precious puppy that warmed the heart of my childhood. The ideal travel companion. Together on a long journey, immersed in this fabulous scene called Sannio. Trampling on the footsteps of glorious peoples. Fascinated by the impressive remains of the architecture of the Samnites, migrants led here by the sacred spring, a ritual that has always linked their name to that of my land. Dreamy, peering over the imposing city walls in which the frenetic life of important Roman cities still seems to flow. Engrossed, capturing the intimate atmosphere of the signs of worship of Byzantine influence. Intrigued, admiring the mansions and churches symbolically designed by the Lombard architecture. Trembling, along the alleys and stairways of the stone villages that climb to impressive castles built by the Normans. Marveled, strolling along the streets and the squares of towns that offer surprisingly Spanish Baroque. Enchanted, admiring nature along valleys where indescribable landscapes meet, plunging into the rarefied silence of magical woods with intense colors. Absorbed, listening to the voice of incessant flow of waters that left various and extraordinarily fascinating signs, offering unique scenarios. I lost it one day, conquered by a more powerful and lasting love. This carol, rising from the earth and which finished well in me, from the sweet name Falanghina. Sudden inspiration on the road to Damascus. It started talking to me when I reached maturity, yet it has revolutionized my senses, given new life to my ears, eyes, nose, mouth, to my touch, in order to listen to it, admire it, smell it, taste it, welcome it. Together in an endless journey, immersed in the century-old winery called Sannio, savoring the nectars of expert producers. Red wines, generous, obtained from Aglianico grapes, Piedirosso, Sciascinoso, Sangiovese, Barbera, Sommarello, Olivella. Inebriating white wines produced with grapes Coda di Volpe, Fiano, Greco, Cerreto, Grieco, Moscato, Agostinella. Impetuous, that express the volcanic character of a frenetic land. Unique, that pour out the richness of a priceless treasure of resilient and sustainable vines. Passionate, that tell you about the labor of who has molded a rich immaterial heritage to protect. Modern, that pass on the precious contribution brought by research and innovation. Alive, that summarize the strength of a plastic land modeled by the hands of an able craftsman. Typical, that the old flavors and the traditional genuine plates get married behind which secular wisdom hides. Versatile, that a gourmet cuisine linked to the territory and to the ingredients of excellence of Mediterranean diet exalt. Fulfilling, that accompany the well-being of an ideal destination to relax and regenerate. Sincere, that transmit the hospitality and the welcome of a land of good living within reach. Wines before which you remain fascinated, dreamy, absorbed, intrigued, throbbing, astonished, enchanted, engrossed. The Sannio, our land. Land of various wines, land of Falanghina wine.